There's a moment in the film where Victor grabs a lady by her lower jaw and her upper bridge and pops her open like a big Pez dispenser.
The pop top, we call it, has always been like not only one of my favorite shots in the movie, but one of my favorite special effects too.
I started thinking, how could you possibly run after a real actress and grab her by the mouth and rip her head in half and not cut away and not use CG?
Hi, Brittany.
Brittany's the model for all the deaths.
Why do you have a Britney Spears doll? That's my question.
Because you gave it to me for Christmas. And I don't know why you gave it to me, but I felt bad throwing out your Christmas gift because you might come over and look for it. Okay. She runs towards the camera and then is going to stop because he's going to grab her. He's going to, let me, where's Gene Simmons? All right, so Gene Simmons is Victor Crowley.
Okay.
And he runs, all right, so he's going to grab her like that. So she's like, oh my God, help me. And then he comes running and grabs her by the head like that.
Right, and then the camera
spins around.
It's going to move around this way.
And in his back
really
is
close.
where we're going to do the cut. So when we come back around, it's now the dummy. And
then she pops his head from over here. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Victor Crowley rock and rolls all night and parties every day.
We would also act it out in the office. We'd act out how, like, you know, the whole Mrs. Permadio is a great kill in the movie. And we literally would, like, act it out. And as soon as he grabs her, he reaches for her head. That's when the camera goes completely around him and comes back. But it's so fun to work like that. When it came time for work on the set, it's so brilliant to have a DP director team that are close to work because we work very fast and very efficient because I know what Adam's going to need, what he's going to want before he really asks for it. And have her whole head come back, and then the tongue like tries to find in the rest of its head.
That's what I heard of the tongue.
Yeah. Out of the mind of Adam Green.
That's awesome.
So.
He's twisted. His dreams, so vivid.
His dreams are vivid and very bad.
Very, very bad.
And it was also Adam's intention to create these effects in a very seamless manner, utilizing camera movement and not one frame of CGI to cheat. And that's a wonderful challenge. That meant to create an artifact of the lady who could be popped apart in that regard. So obviously we had to do a live cast of her from the waist up and recreate her as realistically as possible, and also create a skull element and enough viscera on the inside, enough hoses to pump to create the illusion of ripping, shredding flesh and blood splurting everywhere.
Hear him putting his hands in your mouth.
It's actually down here.
Around his back. And his back is where we had the cut. To switch over to the dummy and pulling the head apart.
So my head is going to always stay this way. I'm not turning with you.
Yeah, you never turn with it. Kane had to run after her, grab her by the back of the head, pull her hair back, and then stick his hands in her mouth and rip her face open. And she just went for it, and she didn't complain that she's got this guy with dirt and everything, like sticking his hands in her mouth. And even Kane was a little like taken aback by it. He's like, she just has no fear. She's just going for it. And she's a professional actress. That's what she does. She gets in the character and she does her job.
That's probably some of the most fun to do as an entertainer is to make somebody's words come alive and create that picture for them.
It was so stressful that night. We only had 2 chances at that we were sweating and worried, and if this didn't come off, then we had to be perfect.
He's got to get back up the wall a little bit at the end. We just got to make sure that he pushes back up against that wall, this side. We're there.
Remember, the end will never be this.
Nope.
So that one was very time consuming. So I think as a producer, I don't like that one so much, being that I think that one caused us some problems.
So is this the same head but repaired?
No, it's a different head.
But it was had to be so well orchestrated that everything ran in perfectly that it was like a blocking ballet to make it happen.
Hold on, let's just frame it up.
He's got it.
Will you just show him one more time?
Rehearsing and action.
Keep going. going.
Keep going around, Beach. Keep going around.
You want to come all the way here?
Yeah. Even more. There. That's it.
Between me grabbing the actress, starting to pull her mouth apart, then the camera swings around, and then I rip the prosthetic head apart. You don't really see the cut, which is fantastic.
But the whole time, the camera has to go from behind the monster completely around the set and then back to the beginning again. And, you know, it's sort of a secret way that we go from the live action to the latex model. And the result on the film is spectacular.
And cut! Cut. Check it!
That one's my favorite kill. It's hard to pick.